Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist. Art.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulida society.
Like they say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview, you
must never rely on what you think you know.
Lungani. My name is Lungani. Sibonga Gwala. Ngabe ngiyazithakazela kodwa ke namhlanje cha. I am the producer, the Articulation talk show, which will be starting on the 23rd of January until May 29th. I'll be working with people who knows a lot about the communities, so I can learn a lot from them as a young person. I currently live in Arizona. I'm doing ITC, which is International Teaching Certificate, and also I'm a dancer. I am a technician, and I call myself an art engineer, but yeah, and I'm a break dancer. I'm learning my ballet. I'm doing ballet for the first time in my career. People want somebody who will listen and add to whatever that they're talking about. If it's a situation, sometimes people just want to be listened to, and they don't want you to do anything. Just that on its own, it's a big thing. But articulation, it is where we discuss issues that we face as communities, not only South African communities, but the globe. But the focus is mostly in South Africa and Africa, but I know everything will relate to other people from different countries. That's why we have a lot of volunteers from different countries, in which I thank them so much for stepping in and say, we are going to do this no matter what. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that, but it's funny because, you know, some places of fun are open, but places of art are not open. Places of sports are not open, in which it's a different topic which I don't want to talk about. So I'm forcing myself to go perform in a place where it's just a bar. You know, as long as there's a floor, there's a body, then I go perform there, I go dance just to have fun and stuff like that. I wish I could mention everybody that is involved, but it's a big team. If it's a big team, we have editors, we have archivists, we have panelists, we have performers, we have MCs, we have directors, promoters, ambassadors. I cannot mention all of them. There's a lot of people, and this project is going to give a lot of people an opportunity to exercise their career, to exercise what they believe in, what they here we're being ourselves, and it is us sitting on a table and saying, what issues are we facing? We also communicate with people who are watching at home. I'll be hosting the show, and I will be welcoming everybody. Obviously, there is MCs or keynote speakers, as I will come everybody in performances and stuff like that. And director, Mr. Themba Masego from Johannesburg. Mr. Themba Masego was the National Art Council. I want to make that clear. Themba Masego, director, each and every time. Every time I do a project, I always make sure I get him involved if I can. Themba Masego, he's going to be our director. I mean, in the panel, we have our abantu well informed and abantu knowledge about community needs and community experiences. You can call in via WhatsApp and speak to us live. The people who are in the panel will listen to you, they will respond to you, and we going to try and work together as different communities. This is not only about artists. It's not only about us as a panel, or us as the articulation team, but it's about the globe. And I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to learn from the people that I'm gonna be working with. We are not doing a show. We are building better communities. My name is Lungani Gwala. This is the Articulation Show.
It's only now, now, or never, now, now, forever, now.
Yeah. Welcome to the Articulation Show. But yeah, ngishayeleni izandla. Yeah. I'm just making sure everything is proper, everything is good. You can see me at home, you can hear me from home. My name is Lungani Gwala, aka Financial Cricket. Why is my microphone is so loud today? Everything is like hyper active. Let me turn it down a little bit so I'm not gonna damage your eardrum. Yeah, as you know, you could tell apart from the title that today we have our finale celebration, and we're busy right now preparing. There's a lot of things going on. I saw a lot of drums. I know I'm not in Durban, but I wish I was in Durban right now because it's hectic, it's crazy. There's a lot of things that's going to be happening, performances, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I just want to introduce some special people to you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Welcome if you're watching on Facebook. Welcome if you're watching on Diverse TV. Welcome if you're watching on YouTube. And I am going to reveal all the way from Durban, South Africa, Princeton. And all the way from Durban, Clermont, South Africa, Mr. Shashu. And all the way from everywhere, it is Mr. Shays. Guys, welcome to welcome to the Articulation Show Preparation. This is the preparation of the finale. How's it going?
Yeah, preparation of it tonight.
It's good to see. It's good to see Mr. Shashu and Princeton sitting next to each other. Normally, I would see you guys like visual, like that's awesome. Yeah. So what's up, guys? What's going on? How's your day?
It feels good to be back after 2 weeks. It's been a hectic preparation for the finale. We're excited. We have a dope lineup. I can't wait. So, Mr. Shashutin.
Yeah, ngithi siyathokoza siyafika ekugcineni kwale articulation project. Engicanga ukuthi our people bafunde okuningi ngayo as we're dealing with the social ills, which is going to hopefully it's going to continue next year because we haven't finished yet. But today is going to be a great jubilation at Clermont Auditorium Hall. Madala Kunene is going to perform. There's a choir, there are groups, We've got a poet, a very powerful poet, Nontando Ngobo. People are going to enjoy this afternoon.
Powerful. Mr. Shays. Hey, uvunulile, Mr. Shays. Kushubile.
No, kushubile. It's been one hell of a ride. I say it's been one hell of a season. But the sad part, Uguti, we're coming to the end of the show today. The sad part is that there are so many things which we're supposed to unpack. But the good part, Uguti, there's a lot of impact which we feel, Uguti, we've tapped into. We haven't done much, but we've tapped into so much in a way which it makes us look forward to saying, okay, if we are coming up with season 2 now, there's a lot which we will uncover, there's a lot which we're going to unpack, and there's a lot of work which we're going to show Uti. This is what we've been doing in the past few months that we've been together with the articulation show. But yeah, it's been one hell of a show.
So what should people at home, what should they expect today? Because I know today, I mean, we're doing the virtual, the physical event for the first time with season 1 with articulation. Like we did, like I don't know how many episodes, like 9 episodes. This is the 10th one, and it's the first time we're being at the actual venue, performing live, and being able to sing this, rubbing shoulders, calling rubbing shoulders with Mr. Shash. So for a person who is at home right now and they didn't know that there's something happening in Clermont, Kwatabega, Isizakala Center, what should they expect namhlanje?
Okay, mostly it should be a recap. What is Sugapi, Zobani, and where are we going? Most importantly, what have we concluded with our topic now for this entire 9 shows that we say now? Yeah, I'm not gonna say what it should be closing remarks, but we cannot close anything. If the world is still running today, even tomorrow is still gonna be running. But it's more gonna be a highlight and just a few highlights, the closing remarks on the past shows that we say now. Yeah, I could talk about 9. It's gonna be interesting food.
Mr. Shashu, maybe if quickly, if you can share details of how people can get to Clermont, for a person who's never been to Clermont before, is there a way to get there quicker, maybe?
Okay, there's a crazy road, there's Zazi Road. We are at Sizagala offices where the ward councillors' offices are based. And the place is called, there's a hall, a community hall in the premises, but there's another hall which is called auditorium. We are just opposite Zazi shops in Clermont, Sizagala offices where the ward councillors are based. So if you are from Watabega, you just catch the special taxis which we call Easy Motion. They are so beautiful. So people can board those taxis and alight right opposite the post office, Clermont post office. It's a last stop to the auditorium hall.
Wow.
So you won't get lost. If you get lost, you can have my number here. My number is 06 11 21 8252. 06 11 21 8252. If you get yourself astray, then call me. I will answer you directly.
So, Princeton, maybe share with us if people want to engage with us, or maybe just to recap a little bit, from I know I'm starting to talk about things that you guys are going to be talking about later on, but we had like 4 topics if I remember. What was your favorite topic out of all the topics that we had?
To be honest, I didn't have a favorite.
Yeah.
I was just telling my wife that I actually enjoyed most of them. I'd say out of all of them, I probably enjoyed 4 or 3. Because I think we did about, was it 6, am I right?
We did 4.
4. Was it 4?
Yeah, we did 4.
Yeah, I enjoyed the social media. I enjoyed the one about just how do we protect the kids. And I forgot the other one. What was the last one that we did? I think it was me and you.
We did digital evolution, social media.
That's it.
Yeah. So, Mr. Shea,
it's a pity I'm not in my office with all my stuff. Normally I'm more prepared than today.
Right.
But I think I enjoyed a lot of the topics, and I feel they kind of like there were topics that I could relate to. Hence I could speak about them. Unlike just trying to speak about things that we don't know, we don't understand. So those are the ones. And if you go back and you watch them, you'll find out those were the ones where I was more engaged
Mm.
because of the topics. Yeah, man.
Mm. And then Mr. Shezi, maybe for a person who is watching articulation for the first time and they want to understand what exactly is articulation, like in your perspective and through your experience, what is articulation for you? And then Mr. Shashu, I will ask you, what episode would you like a person to go watch so they can have an understanding about the articulation? Is it episode number 1, or is it number 6, or is it number 8? Let's just go there. Mr. Shezi.
Articulation show, it's more about reality, challenges which we have been facing in the country, or should I say maybe in the continent of Africa or in the globe. But we did not just touch on issues which are only faced by South Africa alone, but we looked at the African continent, the African culture. We had to tap. If you can see on the other screen, I've got 2 generations, the old and the new. I can't say there's a new. I've got the youth, and then I've got the veterans.
Yeah.
So it was more of a mixture of experience and people who are actually still hands-on right now, discussing our challenges which we've been facing. We've had tough times where we had to disagree, had tough times when we had to call a spade a spade. The way which we look at things, it's so much different. Obabsha should have got their own experience and how they were facing their challenges when they were growing up. Now we've got our own perspective of how we look at our challenges which we are currently facing as a country. If a show was always about bringing up our challenges and our issues which were there, just around those topics, and our second show was just to unpack our solutions, or what we've tried to investigate on what are the outcomes or our possible solutions which we can try to find and assist each other going forward. It's more about but even though I feel there are things which we should still tap into and go much deeper, but it was more of our highlights. And if you show is once every 2 weeks, there's not a lot which you can say, and if you are going to be given a short period of time, but we are hoping moving forward we'll unpack even much deeper.
Powerful lapo, Mr. Shezi. Mr. Shashu, maybe if you do remember, for a person who is watching for the first time and they want to, watch maybe your favorite episode or an episode that you think, might describe what articulation is better than any other, what would be that episode, Mr. Shashu?
Okay, thank you, Lunga. Otherwise, all the topics discussed here were powerful, They were educational and they were exciting. They were in other words, we were raising awareness on the social issues. But the topic which has touched my heart is the child protection. Child protection. Our children are not protected. They are abused while they are still in their mother's womb. Before the child is born, the mother can abuse the child in several ways. And when the child is born, the father can run away, and the mother, that should be the mother's burden. And then of which is hard to grow up a child being a single parent. So, as I have said before, that there's this abortion which has spread all around the country, that if you don't want this child, just do abortion and get rid of this nonsense, because it's going to be a burden to you. Now, people should protect their children. Lunga, we are getting old now, and then our hope is from these children, which we must nurture and maintain them, let them educate themselves, etc., etc. If you want that this country shouldn't go back to whites, we have to groom our children, give them a better education, discipline them, protect them. In that way, we are plowing for a new rainbow nation, a new South Africa, because people are born and they die. People are born, they die. So we need to take care of these little blooming flowers, these little stars should twinkle, 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 little star. How I wonder where you are. Up above the sky. Oh, thank you, Lunga. And another topic was this arts empowerment. Artist empowerment.
Yeah.
There's a problem with our artists. It seems that they're living on their own world. They live somewhere there, they are being regarded as crazy people. You see, now arts is not regarded as work. If you are an artist, you are not working, you are just a lazy bastard who don't want to go and look for a job.
I remember that.
But now, everyone in this hemisphere has a calling. We've got vocations, which you must strive, which they need to be supported so that they can live, they can survive, so that you can make a living out of our callings. But now, there's a problem now ama-artist anenkinga enkulu eShifa. Abaxhasa okwanele, angithi yabona bangishilo ukuthi bathathwa njengabantu abahlanyayo, angithi yabona. Now, but us could also play a pivotal role in economic growth. Umnotho wezwe ungakhuphwa nge-art uma inakekelwa ama-artist nawo akhiqize imisebenzi phela ezongconwa abantu, imisebenzi eziba-equality. Ngiyabonga.
Powerful. Maybe let's see if we can get a chance to have a look at the preparations that are going on inside the venue. I know there's a lot of things going on, stage, lighting, and there's cameras everywhere. We're gonna take a short break and see if we can be able to get one of the camera guys to show us exactly what's going on, Lapana. So if you're watching at home, if you are far away from Durban, yes, you can stay and watch here. We are going to be ending this preparation live, and then we're gonna start another live when we are starting the actual event. But if you are in Durban, you can travel to Clermont. It's not far at all. Uzwile Mr. Shashu. He also gave you his contact details, but you can also inbox us. You can also call us on WhatsApp +27796734077 if you want directions. We're going to take a short break and see if we can have a look at the preparations that are going on inside, and I cannot wait. I know, Mr. Shashu, finish us on speech. So it's gonna be fun. Let's take a short break, and then when we come back, we'll see if we can show you what's going on inside. Articulation, Lungani, Gwala. Be right back. Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho, sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulead society.
Like I say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview ukuthi kunjani ngishintshe isibongo.
You must never rely on what you think you know.
Bathi khuluma nabo mfana batshezi kama kanjani uLungani Gwala lo, aka umfana kaChocolate. Yes, So as I promised, we are going to find someone who's going to show us exactly how the preparations are going there. Lapha Clermont, KwaDabega in Durban. So if you are in Durban, I urge you to make your way to Sizakala Center. It's still early, you can go. The show will be starting soon, but you still have time to travel and get there at the venue. And there's still some space open for you to come and sit. Joining me in Clermont, KwaDabega at the venue is Scelo no Mr. Khuzywayo. welcome, 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 you too.
So good, so good, so good.
It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Maybe tell us what's your role namhlanje kule show namhlanje. What is your role? Maybe ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first.
Mthandazo Gwala, stage name Tilo of African Banda. I've been a panelist during the season and in some parts a performer, but today I will be occupying the role that works hand in hand with our producer, Mr. Gwala, and anywhere else where I'm needed. Next to me is Mr. Khuzywayo. We are very honored to have him as part of the team, and I will ask that he please introduce himself.
Yeah, it's Ntuthuko Khuzywayo. I'm told that I must be a conductor. I will try by all means to drive this bus. I won't be a conductor, I'll be sitting on the back. So I'll be driving the show, and as your host, we will have a beautiful experience of what that is the cultural revolution, the struggle for the arts, and also the actual performance, where we'll be sharing the cream of the crop that which Clermont can provide. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe quickly, Mr. Khuzywayo, because I know Utilo is guru like articulation. You know, she's an articulation guru. Everybody knows. The followers know her already.
Yes.
But if you can briefly tell us who is Mr. Khuzywayo. What do you do as Mr. Khuzywayo?
That's a very difficult question. Very, very difficult. And it's not scripted. But why are you asking me a question that are not scripted? No, I'm an art practitioner. I'm an activist. My interest is in the activism in terms of the cultural arts. The culture and the arts, it's all part of the inheritance from the age of struggle. I was there in the days of the struggle, South African struggle, and we managed to achieve the political one, but we failed on the cultural struggle. So I still keep the arms and try by all means to maintain the momentum and share the values to the next generation. That's my aspect, that's my interest, wherein I'm still saying there is a need for our artistic community, especially the youth, to be able to learn to play the instrument, to be able to articulate the values and the policies of which we believe as an Africans must reflect Ubuntu, must also be able to compete in the world as with the abilities and your skills that are inherited from the elders within the continent.
Yeah.
Amandla.
Yeah. Amandla, that was Mr. Khuzywayo. I was always driving a little bus today. So I'll take a short break and then I'll let them go and prepare and read their scripts and do whatever they need to do and greet each other. I mean, I know most of them, it's the first time they're seeing each other. So yeah. Let me take a break and then I'll come back and just close this one. But later on, we're coming back with the actual show. You have time to travel to Clermont so you can see the show. We'll be right back in a moment. ARTiculation.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist. Art.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulida society.
Like I say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview, you
must never rely on what you think you know.
Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist. Art leyo.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulida society.
Like I say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview ukuthi kunjani ngishintshe isibongo.
You must never rely on what you think you know.
Yeah, welcome back to the Articulation Show. If you are not Clermont, I don't know exactly where are you and what you are doing la ukona. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, as you can see, if you wanna give me a phone call via WhatsApp, you can give me a phone call via WhatsApp. We can have a chat. We can have a chat. Or you can drop me a comment below. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can also drop me a comment on YouTube. I'll make sure that I share your comment with the public. Oh, it's gonna be amazing later on. Remember, I just came to say, to remind you, and we are going to be having a show. There will be performances, there will be a lot of discussion, there will be a lot of engagement with the audience, with you at home, a lot of things. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So right now I'm just gonna end this one, and then when we are ready for the actual event, it's gonna be popping. It's gonna be cool. AKA Umfana ka Chocolate Kid. This is the season 1 year articulation, and le ifinale yakhona. Oh my god. Hey, bingazi now ngisengizokhuluma. Hey, qine kanje ungajabulisi. Actually, by the way, let me share this ukuthi njengamanje where I am, it's 4:30 a.m. Angazi ngilale. I had to make sure I'm with the guys there in Durban during my preparation. So everything is looking good, and we're getting ready. So if you're watching, thank you so much. Please do come back, because and if you want to call in, please do call in +277 +2779 673 407. This number is only for WhatsApp. Ngiyambona umamia laphayana athi good day fam. Ngiyambona laphayana Adele athi lapha hey there. Hayibo abantu bayitshela madoda ku social media, hey there. All right, from me Lungani Gwala, ngizonibona later with the actual show articulation finale. Thank you so much.
Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist. Art leyo.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulida society.
Like I say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview ukuthi kunjani ngishintshe isibongo.
You must never rely on what you think you know.
Are you ready?
Mhlaba wonke, we greet you in the wonderful name of the ARTiculation.
That's why even our music doesn't work without the heartbeat.
That is a work of an artist. Art leyo.
And kumele sik-acknowledge lokho sibahloniphe. Ngizocela futhi siphinde sibanike indawo yabo emhlabeni wokulida society.
Like I say, things that are done in the spiritual realm, but eventually it comes to life in the physical.
I've been asked in the first interview ukuthi kunjani ngishintshe isibongo.
You must never rely on what you think you know.
Yangabuyabuya nini